Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hi. Did I have a wonderful sleep? Unfortunately, no, I had a nightmare, but you know, it's okay because that means I'm extra alive and well for this. It's like I can escape the nightmare and go to the fun stuff. AKA some beautiful files and records. And I remember the order: Magellan, Surtur, Kelsey, Angelina. Part of my dream, I made some really bad financial decisions. Good thing it was just a dream. Ooh, I hate those kind of dreams though. And wait, let me just stare. Okay, so Magellan? Do I go in the other way to stare at them? Brain not braining. Brain sleepy. Oh wait, there. Yeah, I can see now. So from here, and then I steer some more. Like this. Even more steering. Some files, as one do. But yay. Let's see how the studying goes over here. Preparing for the lovely integrated strategies. So starting with Magellan. Okay, for her file. Codename, Magellan. Gender, female. Combat experience, none. You know, I can say mine has none for combat experience too because I don't use her. Not sure about yours. Does yours have experience? Place of birth, Colombia. Date of birth, October 17. Race, Liberi. Height, 160 cm. Infection status, originium crystals not present on the body. Confirmed uninfected by medical examination. Good for her. Physical exam. Physical strength, standard. Mobility, standard. Physical resilience, excellent. Tactical acumen, excellent. Combat skills, normal. Originium arts assimilation, standard. Well, at least she got 2 excellents. I wonder what's the difference between standard and normal. Profile. Magellan is a field specialist employed by Rhine Lab, operating under a cooperation agreement with Rhodes Island. She is currently based with us as she prepares to launch a new expedition. Magellan is skilled in the operation of highly modular drones, using them for attack or support as the situation dictates. Clinical analysis. Imaging tests reveal clear, normal outlines of internal organs, and no abnormal shadows have been detected. Originium granules have not been detected in the circulatory system, and there are no other signs of infection. At this time, this operator can be confirmed to be uninfected. Cell originium assimilation, 0%. Operator Magellan shows no sign of a ripathy infection. Most of a originium really starts with the internal organs. Do you think when you get infected, no matter what part of the body, it'll start to grow in the internal organs? Ooh, it probably will, which is the ultimate oof. It's like, oh, it started off with my pinky finger, and then quickly went to my heart somehow. Blood originium crystal density, 0.14 U over L. Regularly operates in unknown environments, must take appropriate protective measures. Archive file number 1, Originium Arts Overview. Lutra Workshop and Rhine Lab Development joined forces to create Magellan's custom-made exploration suit. It includes a wide variety of sensor systems, as well as an egret-type support drone. Multifunctional survey sensor systems, high temperature, low temperature, high pressure, all-environment workup capability. High endurance, high efficiency, guaranteed operation time, error tolerance, 1 mm, meets the highest testing standards. Improved laser port for measurement, attack, radiation. One tool with many functions. Yo, she got the good stuff. Internal systems come with all the latest software for your convenience. Egret-type support drone. Pre-installed modules 4. Number of drones that can be controlled under normal operations, 2. Number of drones that can be controlled under redacted operations, 5. Backup drones, 3. Be sure to equip your drones as appropriate for the situation on the ground. Module list, R23 module, high efficiency refrigeration module, Default operations impede targets, capable of freezing on activation. All that equipment and she gets regulated into making snow cones. LRBD module. Laser mining module. Default operations, fire, an industrial laser at the target, capable of increasing power output for a short time upon activation. Number 66 module. Armed attack module. Default operations make use of the survey apparatus assault port. When enabled, attacks a target within range. Activation greatly upgrades the assault port. Hey, hello, how am I today overall? Overall, pretty good. I'm happy that it's Friday night already. Yay for the weekend! Redacted module. Effects are unknown. Please contact the module technician for more information. Huh? What's this supposed to be? Am I not a caster? What's going on? Caster operator ZR's note upon reading the report. Archive file number 2. As a field specialist for Rhine Lab, Magellan has participated in numerous exploration projects over quite some time. Her primary area of interest is sparsely populated ice sheets. Whether this is out of a personal fascination or a habit at this point, we cannot say. Normally, she sets out in early summer so as to return before the start of winter, gathering data herself from the unexplored land to the north of Rhine. During the last round of personal transfers, Magellan received new orders, and she began preparing to move her base of operations to Rhodes Island. Prior to arriving at Rhodes Island, Magellan's resupply was largely handled by experienced couriers, thanks mostly to security concerns. As such, she is familiar with a number of logistics firms. Interestingly, Magellan seems to have a good relationship with the boss of Penguin Logistics, Emperor, such that some operators have expressed envy. Why exactly that is, no one can be certain. You know, I understand the feeling of envy. Emperor is cool. I get it. So lucky Magellan being close with Emperor. Archive file number 3. Magellan's cabin was built with a small secret compartment, which upon getting approval from the operator responsible for corridor engineering was allowed to be expanded without changing the internal structure of the ship. We don't have any problems with illegal alterations like with Mayor's workshop. The compartment remains rather small, but is big enough for Magellan to conduct her research. One wall is turned into a large display screen showing the results of her recent expeditions, including her notes and theories, as well as photos of important places taken in the field. Specimens and test results litter the room, and although she has done her best to keep it all organized, one can't help but feel a little overwhelmed by it all. Rhine Lab's research projects involve a lot of cutting-edge technology, and some projects are beyond the capacity of even Rhodes Island's researchers to analyze. If somebody cried out in the cafeteria, "Are those Rhine Lab people all geniuses?" it wouldn't even raise many eyebrows. But if you climbed up into Magellan's lab compartment, you'd realize it's not just raw talent that produces such result. It's also an entire cabin's worth of effort. And more. I like how they added in, and more. Now there's archive file number 4. From the black flow of Bolivar to the high plains of Cachemiras to the submerged volcano of Iberia, Terra holds countless gems worthy of exploration, but humanity's curiosity has long been obscured by the haze of conflict. Magellan stands alone in the desolate deserts of ice. Away from relatives, friends, and the comfort of civilization, she seems to have little to keep her company except the ice and snow in her hands. Even though the results of her expeditions yield great research value, there are many who cannot understand the choices she makes. However, Magellan's motivations are simple. The goals she wants to pursue have always been crystal clear and unwavering. The nursery rhymes that were whispered into her ears as a child told her about the icy lands of the far north that has been forgotten by humanity, finally reduced to legends and tall tales. The final verses sung of an ancient history lost and buried beneath the ice, never opening their arms even to those who would try to remember them. These fantasies have long been Magellan's reality, praised as a child, doubted as a young woman, criticized as an adult. While no one can understand her choices, The motivation for Magellan's constant exploration stems from her love for the pursuit of knowledge and the persistence to chase her dreams. Rhine Labs opened their doors to her, and after submitting her application, she chose the codename that she still uses today, Magellan. The submerged volcano is probably going to be terrifying. I imagine there's going to be a lot of sea terrors, because it's underground, and if they can survive in a volcanic area, they're going to be extra powerful. Imagine watery, fiery sea terrors. Just ugh. Promotion record. Magellan? A researcher. I remember her. She's very open-minded, good to all of her colleagues, but you know, survey operators go out on extremely long missions. I imagine there's very few people who could put a face to her name. Maybe Ifrit and Milsis are the only exceptions. They get along very well, after all. There aren't many people at Rhine Lab who can settle Ifrit down. And Milsis, that Milsis, can you imagine what Magellan and Ifrit call her? They call her Mew Mew. Iffy and Mew Mew. I love that. Magellan the researcher. All I can say is that she's really something special. You could say she's really something different from us science punks. Science punks. Mew Mew. And now for record. Cycle of life. Cycle of life. The old before her sang while planting the seeds, and Magellan sees to it those seeds grow into great flowers. Beautiful. When Magellan was little, there was a small flower shop on the corner near her home. She liked to visit. Children would often buy flowers there and ask the aging flower owner all sorts of questions. Magellan enjoyed a song that the old man sang.
In an endless snowfield, there's the bloom of a nameless flower. And my friend lies there, and it watches the snow come down.
What does that mean? Is there really a place outside Columbia where hot water turns to ice as soon as you pour it out? Have you been to any other special places?
Oh, you're interested, are you? That would be another story altogether.
Old man, where are you from? The ice fields start here. I walked this path many times, but it always feels different. I've never been so excited before. Let's see how much the engine can take. Good. It hasn't frozen up yet. Good work, engineering. Maybe you can use it on the way up to the mountain too? Oh yeah, that'll be horrifying. Get an x-ray and you see like a big black blob in your internal organs. And you can probably feel it too, especially the originium starts in your tummy. You'll be like, why does my stomach feel so sore all the time? Oh, that explains everything. And we better look over our supplies. Alright, we're ready. Magellan, you know that since the expedition decades ago, no one has tried to go any further beyond. This is a valuable opportunity. Go as far as you can and bring back as much data as possible. Of course, this is my dream. Going off the grid now. Magellan, over and out. Are those footsteps? Hey, hello, hello. Is someone there? Whoa, another ghost? Hello, hello. I know that if I got infected with neuropathy, the places where I would least want the crystals to grow would be inside the throat, inside the stomach. I want to be able to talk. I want to be able to eat food. Who's there? Huh? Asbestos?
Who are you?
Hi, This kid followed me because he was worried about me going by myself. And he damn near froze to death. I'm taking him back.
I'm Bard, trainee operator in the Rhodes Islands office. Operator Asbestos was picking up some medicine for me. According to regulations, I have to make sure that she leaves the office safely, but I got worried when she said that she wanted to explore the ice fields.
Well, we're almost to the fields, and there's no place for the inexperienced. Don't put your life at risk. You know the way back. You can take it from here. I'm going with her.
But
My name is Magellan. I'm an operator from Rhine Lab stationed at Rhodes Island. Here's my badge. I'm on a mission for Rhine with plenty of supplies for two, including medicine for treating infected symptoms. Operator Asbestos would be safe with me. I'd feel safe traveling with Magellan.
oh, you're an operator from HQ? Alright then. You definitely have plenty of experience. But please return to the landship for a checkup after the trip. Operator Asbestos. I'll upload your data to the server.
Gah, fine.
Please be careful, Operator Magellan. And take care of Operator Asbestos.
I will. I'll take you part of the way. It's a pretty rough path. So you went to the office for medication because you ran out in the field? It's nice to have a familiar face on the trip. But were you really coming to the ice fields? Do you have enough supplies? If you only wanted to spook that guy, I'll send you right back.
Just send me back.
Huh?
Ugh, forget it. I was gonna go into the ice fields, but I'm nowhere as prepared as you are. I was in Colombia before this. I was headed back to the landship, but I didn't have enough medicine. So I got some by knocking out an office mission. I heard an old man talking about the ice fields on the way, and it piqued my interest.
An old man talking about the ice fields? Have you heard a song that goes, "In an endless snowfield, there's a bloom of a nameless flower"?
From the old man?
He must have been close to my home. How's the old man doing? He sells really pretty flowers. I assume he's doing great. Hey, where are you going? We should be heading north.
Up the glacier.
A glacier has to be formed under the right conditions to be fit for climbing. You need heavy snowfall in the winter and mild summer. Otherwise, you get dangerous cracks. You call the shots in black flow, but this is the ice fields. I've been down this path hundreds of times as a Rhine field researcher. They send me on here because no one knows it better than me. If you try to strike out on your own, Asbestos, what you doing? Hey, don't cover your ears. I'm serious. Asbestos? Hey, Asbestos.
I heard you.
She's like, I know, but I can't resist.
Let me try once.
Look, I studied that ice pillar a few years ago. They're formed by intersecting cracks in the glaciers. They look solid from a distance, but you never know if they might suddenly collapse. So we go around it, and we tie ourselves together with a safety cable. And you never, ever untie it under any circumstances.
Won't we drag the other one down if one of us slips?
If something happens to one of us, we can easily find the other and help out. There's no such thing as the individual on the ice fields. An explorer joins her fate to the other. It's the only way to move forward. Day by day, Magellan and Asbestos go deeper and deeper into the ice fields. Their interactions grow briefer as they save their strength to face the constant snowstorms. Why do I challenge my limits? What will I find? What will I get? And what will remain?
Ooh, the purple large-looking flower, eh?
Everyone knows it gets more dangerous the deeper you go. No one wants to lose her life until she sees what she truly wanted to see. Tie the ice pick tight. Hook onto the cracks in the rocks if you slip. Don't untie the rope.
You'll fall too.
I saw the drone. Shut up and listen for its signal. Grab it and relax your legs. 1, 2, 3.
Rah!
Go up and find a place with good footing. Then tie the rope on the screw so I can come up.
Done.
Good. Now Whoa! Gotcha. Coming up, the drone... It fell. Phew, at least we're alive. Why did you try to untie the rope? We have rescue drones. Never untie the rope. Let me make a mark here in case someone else comes by. Asbestos is probably like, what did I get myself into? A month passes. Magellan has seen countless records. The dreams people have about the ice fields come in many different forms. Wealth, knowledge, power. But all she cares about is her childhood dream. The story of the song. Beneath her feet, the ice field is no longer infinite and boundless, but a conquest made one step at a time. Still, the end is nowhere in sight. It is hidden away in the snow, and anyone in the snow is at mercy of the avalanches. Footprints are gradually covered by the falling snow, but humans continue to tread on stubbornly. Are you okay? How are the drones? Down to the last one. Doesn't look like it'll last long though. Sensors detect a big rock ahead. Great place for rest. With the data and samples we collected, we might want to set up an outpost here. I feel like as long as Asbestos starts listening more, she'd be fine company. Otherwise, oh, it's gonna be like babysitting. It's like, Asbestos, no, do not untie that rope. Get your hand off there. Asbestos, listen. Listen, come on. Be good. Looks like our explorer has a beautiful dream. Is this the rock you were talking about? Yep, even bigger than I thought. You don't see ice crystals this big very often. It's a miracle to have it preserved like that. There are carvings on it. Are those somebody's initials? Carvings? How rude. Don't they know we leave only footprints? But I don't know of any explorers who came here after the last icefield landing. Hold on. Magellan goes around the rock and observes the carvings from downwind. I remember these initials from the records. Could it be... Asbestos? I think those who came before us are buried here. Oof. Magellan starts digging at the snow and ice, first with her gloved hands, then with a shovel, then with her hands again. Slowly a frozen body emerges from beneath the snow, then another and another. Asbestos joins in to help, and they evacuate their 4 bodies, laying them side by side on the snow. I heard a team got in the ice fields decades ago. I just didn't expect to find them here. We can't bring the bodies back, but I guess we can dig a proper grave, and we'll send their personal effects to their families. The explorers' faces are young, frozen in time beneath the snow. Their discoveries have inspired countless who came after them to continue to explore the ice fields, including those who found their remains so that they could see the light of day one last time. I think it's gonna be me, dying as an explorer. Sometimes I ask myself if I'm willing to lose my life on an expedition. If it means that science takes another step forward. I've never found the answer, but I know that these pioneers before us were willing to go no matter what. I can't imagine the courage it would take. I would miss my parents and my friends. I don't want to lose my life or lose my friends. It's a noble thing to sacrifice for one's ideals, but I don't want to see any friends die as long as I can do anything about it. The wind's died down. I'll put up a tent. The skipper lost his toes to frostbite. Then the entire right leg. Our sled broke down 5 days ago. Still he plows ahead. 23 years, he cries. We started with 24, now we're down to 5, and it doesn't look like we're going to make it back. I can't feel my lower body anymore. That's how the skipper lost his leg. It just broke off with no blood at all. Ew. I can still move my hands though. The skipper would have yelled at me, breathing white fog through his beard, the water vapor turning to ice on his beard strands, but he'll forgive me in the end. I'll write our names on this rock. Just ouch. Puri, Abigail, Merlot, Abel, Colt. We write our names here on this great rock of the ice field so that our deeds may live on forever. Ouch. Ah, yes, I call it ill, but most people call it frostbite. May nature forgive this final deed of the dying. It's time for me to sleep. Merlot closed her eyes a few minutes ago. It's a shame that we never made it to our wedding. Aw, but the snow makes for a fine dress. Well, good night, my love. Merla was a Colombian, Abigail was from Chirag. The team came from many different countries. Oh, well, from Chirag too. It was always my dream to be part of a team like that. There's something else on the page. In an endless snowfield, there's a bloom of a nameless flower. And my friend lies there, and watches over the snow come down. So they knew the song too. In an endless snowfield, there's a bloom of a nameless flower, and my friend lies there, and watches the snow come down. Be at peace. Hiss, hiss. Your communicator's been hissing non-stop. Can't you do something about it? My communicator? I haven't had a signal for days. Why would it make any noise at all? Wait, is it picking up something? Got the photo, Maggie, thanks. Aurora. Very beautiful. Stunning, sorry, can't better words. Also saw... I sent some photos to Aurora while I was exploring the ice fields. Is she answering? How do we get that message here? We're so far from Rose Island. It's a miracle. Aurora? The Ursus girl? Yep, she's amazing. The transmission is fragmented, but it's definitely a transmission, alright? Guys, I got a transmission here. That should be impossible, but it's from my friend Aurora. She's a really cute white-haired Ursus girl from Chirag. We made a promise to explore the ice fields together when she gets better. Thank you. It must be your doing that I got this message. Asbestos, Aurora sent over some cheese fondue packs. It's a delicacy from her country. All we need to do is heat them up. Ooh, I want some fondue. Wanna try? Aurora says it's perfect for cold weather. Let's eat up before the next snowstorm. I wanna go to a fondue place someday. Or make my own, either way. Cheese fondue? I won't stop you. No, it should be cheese fondue. Don't mind if I do. I think I have indigestion. Well, maybe they're just not used to cheese. Some people just can't handle dairy. I'm not one of them. I love dairy. I could never get used to it. I'll take the cheese then. It's so rich. Is this what they eat in Chirag? In Colombia, we just put a little cheese on our hamburgers. I'm eating my own food. I can't finish all this. It's not for Billetonians. I'll see how far north we can go. Ugh. How bad is the fondue? I'll take it. Aurora, send some to me, please. Day 29. Taught Asbestos a song. She sang it well. I'll teach Aurora next time. Attempted to continue northward. Arrived at the waypoint today. Finished going through the previous team's belongings. They contain information on many potential points of interest. I'll finish my forebearers unfinished work. No wonder why Aurora made it into, Enfield. She truly is a seasoned traveler. And realized my own dream. Day 92. The new equipment is operating smoothly. Drone repairs are complete. Attempted to progress north but couldn't reach our waypoint due to inclement weather. We marked the furthest point we could reach. Glacier crevices beyond that point prevent us from progressing further. We have surveyed most of the objectives identified by the previous team. We preserved several ruins and have finished collecting samples. We have marked the remaining locations that are out of reach. The newest discovery is... Day 132. Our last day in the ice fields. That is a pretty big adventure. 132 days. We did not reach the northmost waypoint. With only one drone remaining and our gear severely damaged, we need to get replacements and prepare for the trip back. I ask Asbestos and Aurora what they think when they see the ice fields, conquering nature, or seeking one's own self, or joy at achieving a goal. I came here to get closer to the story of the song I heard from my childhood. It's a choice that many have a hard time understanding. Asbestos mentioned getting into a big fight with her parents, and Aurora argued with her family too. I'm lucky to have parents who supported me, which allowed me to keep going despite my setbacks along the way. The ice fields are my dream. I want to make my dream come true, like those who came before me, who have no regrets making the ice fields their final resting place. I have no regrets either. This is probably the regular for Magalan. She loves exploring here. This is her dream after all. It's time to go. So only the captain of the team made it back. Yes, his name was Perry. And the data he brought back were instrumental to further exploration. Many hail him as the first pioneer of the ice fields. It means a lot that you brought back their things, even if the data may not be so important these days. Ryan Lab will contact the authorities. We can leave the search for the next of kin to them. If there's no next of kin, their effects can be donated to museums, and we can get the media to hype things up as well. Honoring them can only be a positive thing for the government and Rhine. Even though we didn't reach the northernmost point, people will still know that Rhine has broken its own record again. The positive press will make better projects easier in the future. Great job, Magalan. All I wanted is to realize my dream, Polly. Of course, it's my dream too, but it's also a job, and you should take some time off after you take care of what you have on hand. Mom, how's the old man with the lamp who runs the flower shop around the corner? The one I used to go to when I was little. The crepe shop I used to eat at hasn't changed at all. The owner passed away a few months ago. His kids are thinking about selling the shop.
I knew you were going to ask. He planted a lot of flowers in that field that you used to play on. They're in full bloom now. The entire field is covered.
No need to hold things back if you're feeling sad. Want to have a look after dinner? Yeah. Magalan seems to have a good relationship with her family. After a hard few months of work, just go home and be like, okay, family dinner time. So how's things like, parents? Here we are. The flowers look so nice. Is this the old man's headstone? In an endless snowfield, there's a bloom of a nameless flower. And my friend lies there. Oh, and it watches the snow come down. Here ends my story. Perry. Perry? Oh, he's Perry. Perry the platypus, I mean nothing. Mr. Perry, I met your team in the ice fields. I went 800 meters past where I found them. Next time, I'm sure I can go even deeper. There was a friend with me. It was just the two of us, but I've made a lot of new friends. One of them, by the name of Aurora, is really interested in the ice fields. It all started when I became interested in the ice fields after hearing your song. Now I've reached a place that you and your team never did. Thank you, Aw. And yeah, Ryan Lab really is a job for the dreamers. Which is pretty cool in a way. Magalan wanted to leave something behind, but all she found was the notebook she carries with her. There are no difficult formulas, no deep insights, only a true record of her feelings in the ice fields, and simple sketches of the sights she saw. She takes it out and places it on the flower field. The grass and flowers embrace it, and the breeze flips its pages open. In an endless snowfield, there's the bloom of a nameless flower. And my friends lie there, and watches the snow come down. It's getting late, I should go. It's a long way back to my house. I'll never stop exploring the ice fields. I sent your team's personal effects back to their families. Goodbye. Holy cow, though. How long were they buried at that point? Hey, look what I told you. There's a really pretty flower field here. Not many people know about. Wow, it's so beautiful. There are even more flowers up ahead. Have you ever climbed that rock? I was the first one to climb it. Race you there. Hey, did someone drop a notebook? Oh. Wow. So that's what the northern ice fields are like. Sounds incredible. And now a new person who will probably join Ryan in the future to explore.
The cycle continues.
Ta-da! It's a good thing Perry's crew gets to finally rest though, after, oh gosh, a long time. But worth it. Totally worth it. Hey, hello, how's the study? Pretty good. I'm preparing myself mentally for learning more about Sami tomorrow for the integrated strategy stories. Went over Magalan and now I'm gonna learn about Surtur. So basic info, codename Surtur, gender female. Also a nice outfit you put your Surtur in. Combat experience 2 years. 2 years? Place of birth unknown. Date of birth January 22nd. Race Sarkaz. Height 162 centimeters. Oh, she's only 2 centimeters taller than Magalan. Infection status confirm infected by medical examination. Physical strength normal. Mobility normal. Physical resilience normal. Tactical acumen excellent. Combat skill normal. Originium arts assimilation flawed. Flawed, eh? Oh, in the archives? I gotta check that afterwards. Profile. Surtur is a mysterious Sarkaz girl who suffers from amnesia, perhaps due to erypathy. Her condition is rarely seen even among affected. She is currently undergoing treatment at Rhodes Island. During testing, Surtur displayed an inexplicably high combat prowess and was quickly drafted as a combat operator. Clinical analysis. Imaging tests have shown the outlines of her internal organs to be indistinct due to slight shadows. Minute amounts of originium granules have been detected in her circulatory system, confirming her to be infected with erypathy. Cell originium assimilation, 1%. Operator Surtur has basically no signs of infection on the surface of her body. Blood originium crystal density, 0.10 U/L. Operator Surtur's originium crystal density is at a lower end. Archive file number 1. Operator Surtur was found in the ruins of a small town ravaged by a catastrophe on the outskirts of Ursus. At the time, Rhodes Island operators were carrying out a post-catastrophic scouting mission and stumbled upon Surtur, who was resting alone in a destroyed building. Assuming that Surtur was a victim of the catastrophe, and afraid that she would fall victim to its after-effects, the operators decided to bring her back to Rhodes Island. It was only later that we realized Surtur was merely a passing traveler looking for a place to rest. Archive file number 2. Though Surtur's combat prowess far surpasses the average combat operator, her power cannot be attributed to any kind of originium arts. With the two-handed sword she carries, Surtur can do significant damage to her environs. The sheer heat emitted from the blade can melt most substances, but the theory behind it is difficult to explain. Surtur herself is unable to recall the origin of the sword. It became an indispensable companion without her noticing. Because of this, even if Surtur frequently passes through normal infected areas, her infection will not significantly worsen. Whether it will become a key area of interest in the research of erypathy remains unknown at this point. Archive file number 3. Surtur's memory impairment is different from normal amnesia, and is more akin to memory confusion due to overlapping memories within the same period of time. Based on Surtur's explanation, her mind contains many differing memories. In these memories, Surtur herself could be in completely different locations, with completely different interpersonal relationships. Due to the difficulty of investigation, the authenticity of her report cannot be determined as of now. It is unconfirmed if those are really Surtur's own experiences, or others' experiences that Surtur came to treat as her own. Oh my. Amnesia, but not really. It sounds like she's getting a bunch of memories from, like, the multiverse. I'm just imagining, like, Surtur having memories from, let's say, your Rhodes Island, and also my Rhodes Island. All the craziness with the different interpersonal relationships. She's like, I'm used to being on this team, in your game, but in the other person's game, huh? I'm actually besties with this person? Or in my game, she doesn't even work. She just lives in the base. She lives rent-free. Archive file number 4. Sturdy's lifestyle on Rhodes Island landship is rather free, without many of the constraints and requirements expected of normal operators. Medical understands her circumstances and has compiled a partial list of Sturdy's memories to aid her investigation. Sturdy spends most of her time looking for clues at the locations in her memories. It is clear that Sturdy may never be able to finish investigating all the locations in her memories within her lifetime, but Sturdy herself does not seem to mind. Perhaps to her, the journey is far more important than the destination. Promotion record. A particular page of Sturdy's personal records. No permission required for viewing. Forest, endless trees, stream, carriage, bandits, skyscrapers, alleyway, cake shop, icing, albumen, wasteland, ruins, enemies, friends, a series of explosions, snowy mountain, a barren snowy mountain, unending snowy mountains, castle, stone castle, tower, an openable door, school, street, sports field, newsstand, mugger, police station, interrogation room, timer, criminal, balloons, amusement park, fountain, roller coaster, ocean, sea monster, fishing boats, electric tower, broadcast station, rooftop. Many lines have been crossed out. Okay. I guess these are all the places that she's seen. Alrighty. I want to know more about the part about cake. You know, that part sounds fun, the cake shop and icing. Yeah, that sounds great. And now, where's her record then? Under archives? We're hiding. We're B. We're at... Stare. Even more staring. Okay, intelligence. Is it over here? Or... over here? He's so special. I see a face. I'm gonna assume homecoming? Okay, yeah, homecoming then. Now we go home. Homecoming. Stare. 7:10 a.m. clear. Pastel exurbs. This is the mission location. Judging by the image, this should be the place. The nomadic hamlet, Baily village. Though I think you could just call the entire village an oversized minecart instead. It's a mining town that carries around its own Originium-powered drills to keep itself going. The people bring in some revenue just selling the excess resources to nearby cities. If they find any big ruins, they even ask the larger nomadic cities to front the excavation costs. Maybe, but this place still looks pretty rough. There's dust everywhere and the fences are all run down. There are obvious signs of habitation, but no one cares to do maintenance. I don't see anything worth investigating. Most of Terra isn't very interesting, but the people living in these uninteresting places still have their own unique lifestyles. Wait, give it back! What? You said you share your ice cream. Stop running, you're gonna squish it before we get home. Idiot, give it back. No way, I'm faster than you anyway. I'll be the one to bring it back to Dad. Wait up. There are many who struggle to survive in such terrible environments, but that doesn't mean they're unhappy. They chase after one another for a mere ice cream without regard to the commotion they're causing. To think that they will be the same when they grow up. Do you call this happiness? Are you angry? Why would some inconsiderate kids running around kicking up dust anger me? She's totally angry.
Sorry, are you the operator from Rhodes Island? Real sorry to keep you waiting.
Yes, we are. Nice to meet you. Are you the local liaison?
Ah, yes, that's right. I'm the leader of Baily Village. Come with me. No need to stand around out here. Let's go in, this way.
Thank you. I want ice cream now, but instead there's fruit tarts at home. At least I should still have a fruit tart. Hello, hello. And if there's none for me, gosh darn it. But now there should be. There should be... I think 4 was bought today. Like, there's 5 of us at home, but little bro's picky, so that means he gets no fruit tart. Sucks to suck. Before the mission, Rhodes Island Command Center.
Baily Village is a typical mining community, located at the edge of Casdell. A cave-in a few months ago completely sealed off the mines. Not only were the mines ruined, the village's travel route and trading channels were also blocked. For the past few months, the village has been requesting aid from the nearby nomadic cities, but there has not yet been any city willing to help. Meteorite, I would like you to carry out preliminary investigations and report on the situation. We will organize a rescue mission based on the report.
Understood. This doesn't sound like a particularly tough mission.
The village's problems don't appear to be related to catastrophes or apathy, but don't let your guard down.
Roger that, but... Is Serta going too? I don't think I'll need much help. There is something I want to investigate in that area.
Serta asked to go along for personal reasons. We've approved her request.
I won't be a burden to you. Just pay me no mind. She's like, fine, I guess I'll take you along. Just don't interrupt me.
We're a small village. Just wait here for a moment. I'll go and grab some tools first.
Oh? We have some basic prospecting tools with us.
No good. The mine entrance at the edge of the village has been sealed off with our own special tools. Without these unlocking tools, it can't be opened. Our village is pretty good at excavation, if I do say so myself.
Even with all the experience, you still got yourself stuck here.
Ha ha ha, that's true.
Please forgive her. She doesn't mean it. Hey, don't be rude.
No, we really are ashamed that for all of our experience excavating, we still couldn't stop a major cave-in. Part of the drill sunk into the collapsed area, so it's not safe to send anyone else over there. Even with Rhodes Island's help, we're going to put some new precautions in place. Just rest here a minute. I'll get the stuff.
Alright, please do. You know, you could stand to be a little more polite. I'm just stating facts. This is so awkward. I've read Serta is tough to get along with, but I thought we'd at least have something to talk about. Recording. Oh, this is so awkward. It is pretty cool how they do the integrated strategies, but oof. It's pain for unlocking. But it is good to learn more. Worth it for the lore. I'm just glad that it's permanent. If it was not permanent, then oh no. But since it's permanent, okay, that's fine. No worries. Ha 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 ha. Are you taking notes for a status report? No. So? You don't know? I thought my file was public. I did read it, but... Serta, the file mentioned her. Due to memory impairment of unknown origins, she has difficulty reconciling her memories. It is as if there is a large volume of memories existing simultaneously in her mind. The volume is such that Serta is unable to properly recognize which of her memories are real and which are false. And so she has been seeking out the places in her memories one by one. The personal reasons Dr. Kelsey mentioned are some places around here you remember? When Dr. Kelsey was telling me about this area, I felt a sense of familiarity. And I felt some déjà vu when looking at photographs and records. Now that you're here at the village, do you recall anything? Nothing at all. When walking through the village, I saw the passing children and the rundown houses. They're similar to the images in my memory, yet completely different. I don't know why. Have you checked every spot in the village? At a quick glance, I haven't missed anything. How about we ask the villagers later? Maybe the village you remember is from a while ago? It could have been rebuilt. Perhaps. The smell of dried plants in the air is no different from my memories. When I close my eyes, it is as if I'm on a familiar street. The footsteps of children running by are like the sounds of friends chasing one another in my memories. Yet when I open my eyes, I see nothing but an unfamiliar landscape. Dr. Kelsey sent me on this mission, so let me help you investigate. We'll look for clues in the village together, and after we're done with the mind collapse thing...
Newish player? No. Been playing for a while now.
No need, I can handle it myself. I understand how it feels to have no past or a place to call home. As Sarkaz without a Sarkaz home, I'm always fighting, together with the others, pressing on. My situation is different. Maybe it's different, maybe it's the same. Maybe we're all just looking for a place to belong in the end. But as you look towards the unknown future, you can't ignore what's right beside you. That's what Amiya taught me.
Sorry for the wait. Let's set out now. I'm all ready.
Anyway, let's complete our mission first.
Getting into the rabbit hole for stuff is fun. I love it. Hey, welcome, welcome. Thank you for the gacha look.
So this is it.
Yup, this is the cave-in. Watch your step. The excavation site is over there. The cave-in caused the surrounding area to sink downwards, so this entire area has to be sealed off. The cave used to be the entrance to a tunnel that connects to the neighboring village. Now that it's sealed, we can't trade with our neighbors.
Surtur? I think I remember this path. Sir? What's the relationship between this village and the neighboring one?
It's a mining village just like ours. Since the nearby villages are all the same, are on the same business, we deal with each other a lot. Some villagers even move back and forth between the communities. But the cave-in blocked off our only means of communication. They've probably already moved on to keep mining.
The course of this path, the direction, it's getting more familiar. I used to pass through this place often. The familiar figures of children run past me and disappear among the paths, the piles of rock up ahead.
You want to go to another village? If we got the path open, we can contact them pretty quickly.
That'll be great, Surtur. I'm not willing to wait that long. Huh?
What?
Move aside.
Oh, she's determined.
Surtur, wait. I know you're eager for answers, but the mine isn't safe right now.
Oh, I know that feeling.
I haven't done my daily for my other games either.
I decided to nap. I was kind of bad. Actually, no, I was semi-good. I was good at first. At first when I got home. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give myself like a 2-hour nap. Worth it. Hahaha.
Surtur, wait. I know you're eager for answers, but the mine isn't safe right now. Think for a minute before you put yourself in danger. Meteorite, just wait for me outside and guard the entrance.
The girl, she actually smashed the rubble and rushed in.
Hey, wait.
Stop. Don't you go in there too. You're risking another cave-in.
Damn it, Surtur. Deep within the mine, the traces of heavy machinery are obvious. The path snakes ahead, as if guiding Surtur forward. So this is the path to the other village. It's just an originium slug nest now.
Yeah, for most. One game that I really gotta catch up on more though is Taram Online. I recently started because of the Miku event. I need the Miku stuff before it disappears in I don't know, sometime in March. I have some time, but oh no, oh no, oh no.
It looks like they took over the empty space in the past few months. Troublesome. Children holding hands walk along the path, passing by the countless traces of originium slugs, disappearing into the darkness ahead. Huh?
An explosion. Another cave-in? The girl's in danger. What do we do?
The streets in my memories are filled with the rich aroma of the earth, not the scent of dried plants. The companions in my memories would not chase after one another, ice cream in hand. The buildings looked the same, yet were completely different. It was not just minor differences in the design, even the materials and structures were completely different. I'm hurt. Ouch. My palm's scratched. Never thought there'd be a day when I got distracted enough to get ambushed by originium slugs. This is... There's another empty space between the mining pit? Beneath the mining pit? Rustle, rustle. It's the sound of originium slugs. Rustle, rustle. Rustle, rustle. The ruins of a city in a giant cavern? Surtur enters the cavern deep beneath the earth. Beside the glow of originium slugs, she can trace the outlines of buildings among the piles of stone and rubble. Tiles on the road. Bricks of a wall. It is very clear that the entire place has been buried for a very long time. Dozens of years? Hundreds of years? Surtur does not know either, yet she has found yet she has found that which she is looking for. Here. Surtur. Thanks for pinpointing the location. I was able to break the rock layer at the correct spot. It must feel annoying for Surtur. It's like, this place feels familiar, but not really. Just, I wish I could put my finger on it. Or maybe instead of a multiverse kind of thing, dealing with like all of her memories at once, it could be past lives. Which is also annoying. It's like, I know I've been here, but things were completely different back when I was here.
What were you thinking? Why would you rush into such a dangerous place all by yourself?
I was doing a little thing called investigating. Incidentally, I discovered the cause of the cave-ins. There was a nest of originium slugs below the mine, inside a giant cavern. The mining put more pressure on the bottom, so the whole thing just collapsed. I destroyed the originium slug nest and used a cave-in to seal up the entire cavern. Done. Though we skipped over the standard procedures, the issue was resolved. If anything, it may be the Fahrenheit's memories.
What?
Huh? And if it is the Fahrenheit's memories, dang Fahrenheit, you traveled a lot and probably had a lot of fun adventures. So in a way, it'd be kind of like watching a movie. It's like, oh, okay, so this is how it was, but more realistic.
So you solved the whole problem by yourself, but you didn't find a path to the neighboring village?
Right. I realized that neither village was the one in my memory. I made a mistake. There aren't any memories I'm looking for here.
You'd mess up something you recorded so diligently all this while?
I suppose I would. I've seen something like this before.
You run into all sorts of problems on the way to your goal.
It's thanks to the people besides me that I've made it this far. I'm used to it. After all, this isn't the first time there was a discrepancy in the places I remember.
But even if you didn't find the right place today, you still have a place to call home, right?
Are you trying to say I can rely on you too? I guess you could put it that way.
Ladies, I've notified the others in the village. The exploration team is getting ready. It sounds like you're taking care of things and we can get back to mining.
Please wait for us to bring our data back to Rhodes Island before you go back in there. We wouldn't want any more accidents.
Hahaha, that's fine. Everyone's too excited. I really have to thank you both. If you don't mind, why don't you spend the night in the village? You'll be our guest of honor.
Well, we have to hurry back. So I'm afraid we'll pass. But could I have an ice cream? That's a good reward. You know, ice cream's a great reward actually, not just a good one. Ice cream for the win. Never say no to ice cream, it's the best.
Nom 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 nom. And now for Kelsey. Sup, Kelsey? Stare. Even more staring. Lots and lots of staring. Basic info. Codename Kelsey. Gender female. Combat experience 3 years. That is BS. 3 years. Kelsey. Huh? 3 years? Don't you mean like 3 million years? Place of birth, Rhodes Island. Date of birth, undisclosed. Race, feline. Height, 169 cm. Infection status, confirmed infected by medical examination. Physical exam, physical strength normal. Mobility normal. Physical resilience normal. Tactical acumen. Beep, beep. Combat skill normal. Originium art simulation standard. Profile. Kelsey, one of Rhodes Island's high-level administrative crew, and leader to Rhodes Island's medical project. Profoundly learned in metallurgy, sociology, originium arts, archaeology, history and genealogy, economics, botany, geology, and other fields. In a portion of Rhodes Island operations, provides medical theory, assistance, and emergency aid apparatus as medical personnel. Simultaneously active in many projects as a major constituent of Rhodes Island's command system. Clinical analysis. My diagnostic conclusions are left to my own judgment. Your attention should be all placed on other infected in need of assistance. Kelsey told me this, but from the very first word, I was sure it was a throwaway line meant to throw me off. Remember that there are some who require others to go and help them. Kelsey is the sort of person who doesn't care about herself. The reason she's alive is because she's determined that there are some things she has to accomplish before she dies. She set her own baseline too low. Yes, she's very strong. Everyone believes that Kelsey deserves to speak for herself in their own specialties. Those of us with years of work experience get that, we do. It's just that it's not specialist proposals some need. It's to relax a little. And some don't need others to extend a helping hand, but that's not to say that they should all be all alone instead. By help, I mean to tell them there are others by their side. If you can see this message, that does mean you care about her very much. So keep it up, fight on. Don't leave it all up to closure to make a show. Also, yeah, Kelsey really doesn't let people give her physical exams. Mysterious message that appeared on the analysis report's original address signed by beep 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 of the HR department. Archive file number 1. Columbia, a fresh name. Victoria's already decided on retreating, so you don't need to pay too close attention to this. The die is cast. The Duke of this frontier surely overestimated the accumulated worth of his fervent venture. When has Victoria ever concerned itself with the great noble's personal interests? This is his stupidity. The other dukes would never run this sort of business in plain sight. He's been embroiled in disputes, but still back in front, he hasn't even a chance. In time, yes, Go has put considerable pressure on Victoria in this. The frontier dukes' defeat in this conflict is precisely the machinations of Victoria's strange decision-making. Victoria has no assistance to him, not even a single ship. Presumably, they're watching with folding arms, deliberately seeing him to his death. Victoria does not have just one mind, but no matter what, Victoria will be too busy to concern itself with those cities duped over in the northwest wastes. This conflict has facilitated the birth of this Columbia. An opportunity? Teresa. Perhaps it is. The founding of a brand new country is always an opportunity, but opportunity often signifies a source of ruin. The next calamity Kazo faces may very well be brought about by it. Don't joke with me. I wouldn't do such things now. I can promise you. Wait, you're making fun of me, aren't you? You know I'm no longer that sort of person. Besides, unlike in the past, annihilating a country now seems hardly a possible thing. Ah, yeah, unlike in the past, of course, totally. Things change, and grasping a country is no longer simple. Every person has, from the warmth of originium engines, drawn their own notions. They have found their own persons, and no longer keep to their laissez-faire ways. Perhaps that's a good thing? Yes, if they can persevere. Hardly anyone left could prevent Gaul's realization of hegemony. And Victoria has already lost several cities on end. Unless those few empires could, in this interstice, relinquish their past hatred. Impossible. Madmen, lunatics, speculators, and slave owners? Ha! If they truly had such affinity... You have a point, too. Whether they truly could find this chance, we can't say. After all, when have we ever dared to assert that we could see the future? Archive file number 2. How could this happen? How could this be? Because of this defection, it's likely I'll be expelled from the university. But I already lack the time to attend to such things now. This is Kelsey, a Lithuanian scholar sending out an emergency bulletin. If you receive this message, please pass this news on through the following channels to a messenger. I won't hinder you from learning about this message's contents. A major disaster has just occurred. Presently, judging from bearing, the epicenter could only be in Iberia. All signals have been cut off, and even the electricity has vanished from my personal channel. There's been great change in the clouds. The ocean's current? Oh no, the ocean. This couldn't have solely been the result of a current and storm. Not even for Iberia. The Iberians don't have the capability to cause a disaster like this. And Ager's silence is a form of arrogance. This couldn't be the Ager's doing either. My conjecture. The creatures we previously witnessed are not Ager's experimental products. It's likely they signify the ocean's true present state. The data left behind by the islanders is a complete match to them. Our souring inferences have come true. Iberia has sunk into quiet, as if the whole of the south has thus faded away. If we wish to learn the concrete state of things, we can only wait for a later signal from the messengers. Presently, I can only prioritize informing you all this conclusion. A coastal country has suffered the unexpected. If Iberia has become the first sacrifice on the coast, then I fear the present state of Ager itself will only amplify in cruelty. May you all be safe. Oh no! I don't like that. I don't like archive number 2. Archive file number 3. The Lord of Fiends has died. Babel has collapsed. Do we in all these ruins intend to build a new Babel? No, she wouldn't wish for that. Am I able to decide what we should do? No, Ascalon, I have no right to decide. I'm not your leader. I don't have the qualification, let alone that Babel's cause is rendered unable to continue. If even Teresa would fail, then who could succeed? Castle wouldn't be destroyed by this, and yet our mission perished too as Babel collapsed. We've lost the strength to unite Sarkaz, so we could not simply serve the Sarkaz again. No, Teresa knows. Teresa always knew. It was Teresa who gave me such instruction. Moreover, she believes that this hasn't meant our failure. She believes Babel's mission has already come to a close. I understand. Soon we'll leave Kasdal. Some people won't accept this decision, let them go. Hardly everyone is like Teresa, able to genuinely leave Kasdal. An ideology needs soil, and a seed does not necessarily need to sprout on its homeland. Yes, Oripathy. The problem of treating and managing Oripathy, Sarkaz suffer in great measure. Oripathy is one of the major factors Sarkaz are currently met with. Correct. It's not Sarkaz alone. Just as Teresa said at the very beginning, the problems of the Sarkaz have never been the Sarkaz alone. This concern was one of the many means we labeled unrealistic at the time. Nowadays, a means can become a goal too. Oripathy, as well as the terrifying prejudice it brings about, requires treatment. This will be our new concern. Not only because all present suffer Oripathy's torment, but also because of an ideology, one that drives away prejudice, is a thing that needs soil. Terminal? No, I don't believe so. Terminal. It can definitely be cured. Terminal illness are simply awaiting for the day that they can be cured to come. I will prove that on this lone point, she is wrong. We will soon conduct a first round of voting on this concern. Amiya? I will raise her. Kelsey raised Amiya good. I like that. Holy cow, the waking up at 4 a.m. That is impressive. I say is like between 4 and 6 a.m. is usually when I fall asleep. Because I'm like, the sun is starting to get closer to rising. I can start hearing people. Hearing chickens. Okay, time to close eyes for a bit. Oh, soup sounds good. Soup is very, very good. Especially tomato soup. Archive file number 4. For Kelsey's mortality, A. Yeah, if she were to die, it's only herself that knows. She dies for a bit, comes back afterwards. She's like, well, I lost one of my many lives, one of my... Who knows, 9,000 lives, as one do. Archive file number 4. Come on, how have things gone critical again? Fury thought that engineering thing came back for another bite. Didn't I tweak the new facial recognition warning system to create Castle 3's new paint job as an intruder? Oh, don't tell me it was a thing where the ground level boiler had its output revoked too high and made all the pipes flow backwards? Nah, couldn't be. Is she gonna catch me for this again? Heck no. If things are serious this time, my funds are as good as gone, as dead. Wait, no way, no. Am I even still used to Rhodes Island? Kelsey? Don't spook me like this. Kelsey, I don't have that much meat on me, you know? Kelsey? How come she's not... in... The monitor's way too old, jeez. I gotta get her a new one. No wait, what is the... 863-879? 622-690? What? Hold on. Personal records? Kelsey? What does you already have full privileges mean? I haven't even hacked in it, you know. PRTS, you there? Can you answer me something? Hold up. This database system is isolated. There are systems disconnected from PRTS in the ship? Wait. This Rhodes Island structural diagram, isn't it? Where this vacant bit up here come from? Theoretical design of 3rd generation prophylaxis. Huh? Do we have a centrifuge of this grade anywhere? Overall impact of originium on species and forms of life? Kelsey? I love the confusion at the end. Just like, Kelsey, what you doing, Kelsey? Kelsey? Promotion record. Kelsey, the moment you read this, the ending act must already be played. It only took a moment before I thought to hide this letter in your office desk. If you were not sitting down to reminisce in peace, I'm sure you wouldn't find this letter. These words are written for you in times like this. Do you still remember all those theories you taught me? I always remembered. You said the earth we knew was but a layer of mud, littering upon the celestial orb. You said our different forms would not create so. We crawled, long before we learned to walk. You said the stars beyond the sky veil are arcs sailing through the Sellar's lane. The wondrous things you said, Kelsey, I remembered. I remember them all. You once said more than seeking sense in your action. You wanted to learn the answer to yourself. And for so many times you asked, of those I committed to this landship, of the reason I commit to this very much to it. Of this very much into it. I feel the answer is very childlike, so I never directly responded to your question. Kelsey, I sense your loneliness because you feel you have done the same kind. Oh, the modules too? I've not touched the modules. Kelsey, you have my answer at very last. I hope the roads can be a place you can name home, an island you may always return to. Once I thought to witness such future with my own eyes alongside you. But yet, there is no antidote to loneliness. There is no end to nomadic wandering. There is no cure to a terminal illness. I already did everything I could do. I won't harbor complaints for my own end. Babel's mission is concluded, and you and this landship have only just set sail. Now go. Onto your initial grand quest.
Through the grim perils of the longest night, Rose Island shall breach into the promised dawn. That future which sails on the tender earth, it belongs to you all. I'm not the same kind as you, Kelsey. I cannot explain away your puzzlement. But I've always been your companion, and still I will be. Unsigned. Aw. Her Majesty once said it was Dr. Kelsey who directed the main cabin's follow-up excavation. Nowadays, occasionally you'll see Kelsey hurrying past along the aisle and stop out of nowhere and trace her hand across the surface of the wall. I wonder just what this landship meant to Kelsey. It meant a lot to her. Just oof. Just ouch. And wait. So, let me find that. Square thingy in the talent. Look over here-ish? Oops, not there. This thingy? This thingy, yeah. Okay. Oh, good luck for the next. The next test. Oh, test their pain and suffering. I'm still waiting for my exam results. Just oof. And ooh, okay, story. I will start from above. Kelsey's badge. Kelsey has demonstrated a remarkable aptitude for healing teammates in the field. The Field Operations Department has thus passed the following resolution. This operator shall be appointed a medical operator doing field operations to exercise medic responsibilities. In witness whereof, this badge is hereby conferred upon the above named. Monster. Sand circles above, and the rays of light. No longer can she trust anything before her. Voices call to her. Souls lift her hide-wrought bag. Turn her dazedness to weariness. She sees a land without limit. A land rich with life. She feels something tightly grip her hand. She looks back, and in the haze of memory fumbles for her own name. Kelsey. She knows she was born into these ruins of civilization bearing a calling, but there is no one to shine a light on what is to come for her. Ultimately, she cannot live free from this calling. It is akin to taking a meal or sleeping. She begins to walk upon the lone dust, carefully sorting through her myriad years of memories and knowledge. She sees a new nation rise from yet more ruins. She recalls how the result of her abandonment was opposed royalty. She sees fresh, novel flags howl from atop the blood-soaked battlefields. She recalls how both sides of the war united against a common enemy in those ancient times. She sees forests yet thinks of barrens, gazes on mountains yet recollects lakes. She walks through the river that is time, picking up stones while the air is surge, parting around her, rushing forward on. But she is immutable. She has no past and no future either. It takes her a deal of time before she has her thoughts reorganized. She remembers the last death. The years stretching long enough to see the form of life itself change. Still, she never thought death would be so fast. Some things are changing at this very moment. Lives flourish without rhyme or reason. And the land morphs and fluctuates. Man-made machines operate with a rumble. The radiance of originium energy shining into the umbra. In the dark, the people struggle, yearning for the light, scorning shadow in the age of brilliance, and so on. Her countenance is concealed by the flurry of grit stirred by the nomadic city, and she feels anxious to the depths of her heart. Does the will that hid the stars behind the false sky still watch the surface recur in its rise and fall? How long until the Terrans, so proud of their thriving civilizations, personally send those same civilizations into ice-cold void to join countless lost lives? Time is running short. This is what Kelsey tells herself. She has fallen to blaming herself. She has wasted too much time, and at so many moments barely averted the self-destruction of Terra, barely led them to a safe place to develop. It has exhausted her, drained her,
She is no omniscient and omnipotent being, and yet she tasks herself with tending to the entire world. Her calling was never a fair one. She has to hurry. She has to do whatever it takes. Her gaze comes to rest on a shattered Kazdel. It is far from the first time she's touched on the legend of the Lord of Fiends. In the boundless years, more than once she has thought of retrieving and exploiting this ancient force. She cannot help but stifle her memories of the T-Kaz, to make an effort to not too long for the bygone days where Originium had not yet modeled life into its present form, and not to commemorate a possibility that has long since vanished. Maybe this time, it's time she made up her mind. So this was your previous journey, Kelsey. It stretches longer than a fragment you've seen. Thousands and thousands of times longer, Teresa. Or perhaps, it's only now that I've truly understood you, my enemy. I feel the same, King of Sarkaz. And that's when they became besties. They're like, you know what? I understand you now. I get you too. I think we can become friends. And that is how I met your mother. Alright. This part of the lore is super Matt's hungry. Oh no! Interesting. Kelsey's specialized badge. In light of special permissions granted, the Field Operations Department has hence passed the following resolution with respect to Kelsey, where the entailing mission would fall under Integrated Strategy scope. This operator shall be pursuant to tactics of a reinforced nature in the meeting of the enemy. In witness thereof, the badge is hereby conferred upon the above-named, strategy confirmed, monster. Prepare to annihilate. Ensure none remain. Ensure none remain, though. Oh my. Uh-oh, that's not good. Ooh, one from Magalan. Let me check that out. Magellan's badge. Operator Magellan has demonstrated a remarkable aptitude in combat with the deployment and control of her self-developed drones. The Field Operations Department has thus passed the following resolution. This operator shall be appointed a supporter operator during field operations to exercise summoner responsibilities. In witness whereof, this badge is hereby conferred upon the above-named. Drone Control Module P. First expedition to the Endless Ice Field, 25 days from the closest research station on foot. I just dug a tree branch out of the snow. The exact data in the data sheets, but to briefly describe it, I guess it's about as long as my arm. I can conclude that it went through a really long petrification process. The one I'm holding must have had 90% of its original volume dissolved away before its petrification. When you think of it that way, it must have been a very big chunk of wood. I guess it was probably as thick as the trunk of the tree that other day. In that case, maybe the whole tree was as big as the Rhineland headquarters building. Whoa, that's amazing! It doesn't seem very heavy. I'll try to take it back whole. I only hope that the Ursus police at the border aren't too hard on me. Second expedition to the Endless Tundra, 28 days from the closest research station on foot. I'm taking shelter from the snowstorm outside. It doesn't look like I'll get anywhere today, so I'll just stay here and try to rest up. I'm all out of drones too. If I kept to the plan, I would have gone back as soon as I lost one of my drones. In normal circumstances, I should have theoretically been able to last a month and a half in the tundra, but the situation here is way too brutal. A month is about as long as I can make it. If I don't find anyone or anything once the snowstorm calms down a little, Hey, do you guys know what I found? A field of flowers right inside the cave. Oh, cute! These plants get their water and nutrients in the ice here. They don't grow very tall, but they look like they're doing very well. I'm taking the entire plant back in a cultivating jar. I'll do some preliminary analysis back at the research station, and then bring it back to Rhine Lab. Ooh.
Yeah, these are fun. I know, right? An Emperor plushie. So freaking jealous. They're close. I bet Emperor probably gave it to her too. I'll try to keep going for 2 more days once the storm is over, and then I'll go back. If I act on impulse again, it might end up killing me. Second expedition to the Endless Tundra, 30 days from the closest research station on foot. There's an entire block of originium ice crystals standing in front of me. Could be 3 times as tall as me. It's a whole diamond-shaped block, so it wasn't for the snowstorm here. It'd be reflecting light in all directions. That looks so cool. It's a shame to just let it sit here among the pile of rocks and snow. I marked out its rough location and taken a picture. I hope I'll be able to find it again next time by following the locator beacon. Given the implications of the crystal being in one intact piece, I couldn't possibly have taken any samples from it. Thankfully, there are more than enough shards laying around that I can bring back to analyze. They'll last me a whole year. That's the expedition objective I've accomplished. Now it's time to go home. I wonder if I'll come across the police officer I met last time. Third expedition into the Endless Tundra. 15 days from the closest research station on foot. I'm taking a different route this time, just like HQ suggested. 15 days into this route, however, I got stopped. It's an official messenger from Ursus. He told me that there's a restricted military area up ahead, and I shouldn't go any further. I showed him the expedition permit I got from Ursus government, their confirmation of my expedition route, as well as the commission letter for me to map this area to show that I have a right to come through here. He wouldn't listen and ordered me to turn back, even claiming that he has the authority to cancel these documents on the spot. The words he used had really strict tone to them, but the way he said it sounded like he was just asking me to leave. I have a feeling that whatever lies ahead is definitely worth probing. But I also know that it's not a good idea to pick fight with a foreign official while I'm on an expedition in their territory. I told him understood and gave him a pack of Scalesis jerky. He calmed down right away and he said he'd be willing to help me out on my way back. I want some Scalesis jerky. That sounds good. According to the forecast, there will probably be another huge snowstorm in the next 2 days, so I really welcome his help. I may not have been able to complete my survey's objective this time, but the results I have aren't so bad. What's more, I made myself a new friend. There's some black snow falling from the sky. Is there going to be a catastrophe soon? I picked up a snowflake while he wasn't looking. I hope I'll find something interesting out of this. Oh my. Magellan probably has to deal with a lot of people. She walks around a lot. And now lastly, Angelina. Stare. Alrighty. Basic info. Codename, Angelina. Gender, female. Combat experience, none. Place of birth, Syracusa. Date of birth, May 14. Race, Volpo. Height, 162 centimeters. Infection status, crystals visible on skin surface. Infection confirmed by medical examination. Physical exam, physical strength normal. Mobility excellent. Physical resilience normal. Tactical acumen normal. Combat skill normal. Originium arts assimilation excellent. Profile. Real name, Angelina Ajimu. She was a transporter responsible for delivering intelligence and special cargo around Syracusa. As an apprentice caster operator, she now provides logistical support, battlefield assistance, and tactical coordination for Rhodes Island. Okay. For the second one for tomorrow too? Sounds good. That can be the start off. Clinical analysis. Imaging test for this operator showed blurry outline of internal organs with visible unusual dark spots. Unusually high concentration of originium particles were present in her circulation, indicating signs of infection and confirming her as infected at this stage. Still originium assimilation, 5%. The infection is constantly spreading. Regular observation and control are required. Blood originium crystal density, 0.31 U/L. Subject has both visible crystallization and other symptoms of uropathy.
Although her condition is not serious, Angelina must keep to a course of treatment. Medical operator warfarin. I still like how warfarin gets her upgrade later on, or her promotion. Archive file number 1. She may not realize it, but Angelina has a special knack for arts. She can change how much an object weighs. I think if she gets the proper training, she could be amazing one day. Archive file number 2. Having only just recently become a transporter, Angelina is full of hope for the future. Much like other high schoolers, she spends most of her time studying or dressing up. She likes dainty jewelry and young adult novels, and hides a secret love for older music. She could enjoy an ordinary, happy life. When Rhodes Island sought her out, she was gliding between skyscrapers in the middle of a dark night. Gliding between skyscrapers in the middle of a dark night? Girl, what were you doing? Archive file number 3. The world is unfair. After she's suffering from her infection, Angelina quietly faded from her old life. She didn't linger or say goodbyes. She just silently left her family, friends, and beloved hometown behind. Yet she has not resigned herself to the typical fate of an infected. Every night she ran, jumped, glided between buildings, practiced her arts, and smuggled goods from one place to another. As a courier, an infected, or just as a normal high schooler, Angela works hard, no matter what the future may look like. Archive file number 4. Before she came to Rhodes Island, she met the doctor. Angelina kept those secrets hidden away in her heart. It wasn't until Rhodes Island found her that she knew that there was another life for the infected. She's now a Rhodes Island operator, and she may be able to go back to school, probably. Where will the path Angelina has chosen take her? Even she can't imagine. Going back to school, though. I mean, if she likes school that much, then I guess, but still. Oh wait, is it both unlocked? I see part 1 and part 2. A package with no recipient. Part 1. Messengers rarely make mistakes at work, since fixing them is always rough. Okay. Let's see. All the letters, specialty packages, high-value insured mail order goodies, all checked off. Wonderful. That's all the work there is for today. What should I do first? Take a hot bath, maybe enjoy a cup of milk tea first? I still have a bit of that orange cream cake left. Wait, stop it, Angelina. You promised yourself to keep your weight under... to eat... healthier? Angelina, I kind of feel for you. Howdy there, Angelina. You're clocking out too, huh? Want to come along and check out the goodies I got coming in? Sure. Yawn. Oh, sorry, Croissant. I couldn't fight that yawn. It's getting pretty late already. Well, you see, I ordered a custom hairpin from that one accessory shop down in Lungmen you pointed out the last time. You don't know the trouble I had to go through just to get the old man there to keep me 10 of those trinkets. I guarantee there's something in there that you'd like. Oh, but... You'll get bags in your eyes if you turn in late, right? You sound like a broken record, of course I know. Alright, I'll keep your stuff safe. You just come to me when you have time. You can count on good old Croissant to look after her friends. Yep, you're the best, Croissant. When it comes to the Gilberto one, I just think it's amazing how, so very, very healthy. Then again, everyone was so very, very healthy. And, if you want to see more of the records, contact Warfarin. Haha. If it weren't for the fashion magazines you lent me, and all them notes you put in there, no way I could have picked out stuff that good. My last few hauls of clothes and accessories have been mighty popular with the folks at Rhodes Island. I'm raking in a healthy hunk of dough this month, much thanks to that. Let's get something to eat come a day off next week. What you like? Barbecue? Pizza? Maybe even them Yan hot pots?
That's music to my tummy and my mouth, but
you gotta keep your weight in check, right?
I gotta eat healthy.
Well, true, there's no need to worry about your weight. For someone like you, just saying so makes me jealous. How about we put out a little pamphlet next time? Something like 101 weight loss tips for cuties.
Hold on. Are you sure that's Sal?
A girl can dream, can't she? Might could be there's some folks out there what don't know you and are gullible enough. Like that mountain dash boy who just joined us last time. The little weightlifting contest you two had. Made me some decent money.
We're picking on the new kid. Are you sure we should be gloating about it?
I'm just using information to my advantage. Whether it's business or messenger work, information's king.
Yeah, but it still kind of bothers me a little. Maybe we'll treat Bison to some cake next time.
Alright, next time head home. Alright, time to head home.
Huh?
What's up by your door?
Oh? Is that a package? What's the package doing here? I re-delivered everything I got today. It's wrapped in pink, smells nice, and it feels kinda... square?
Probably a book. Think it's some novels and magazines you like to read?
The magazine showed up at a set time every month, and I got everything I ordered this month already. There shouldn't be any more. Besides, I've been getting quite a bit of delivery and logistics work lately. My schedule's so full, and I haven't had time to read any new novels at all.
It's a present then?
A present? Of course not. Why would anyone give me a present?
Now that ain't all that wild, isn't it? Is it? You're such a hottie. You put two and two together.
This record! There's just no way. I'm telling you. It's not addressed to anyone. I'm guessing it came with something else and was meant to be delivered together. I was kind of in a rush this morning, so it probably fell out of my bag by accident. I screwed up again.
No big deal. You just gotta deliver it again.
Better get to it then.
Huh, now? Tomorrow'll be okay. Okay, yeah? You just said it's getting late.
Someone once told me if you are to correct your mistakes, there's no better time than the present. It truly is gotcha. We've been to a few places already, but we still haven't found who this package is for. There aren't any clues or anything on the thing itself, so I guess we're gonna have to keep trying every place I delivered to today. Sorry, Croissant. I didn't mean to have you run all over the place with me.
I tagged along because I wanted to. Besides, getting in some exercise at night, and you wake up all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed the next day.
Croissant, that's not how I feel when I exercise at night.
You sure you ain't tired? You've been running all up and down.
I'm fine. Well, maybe a little, but it's nothing compared to how worried and disappointed that recipient of the package is.
Well, if that ain't proof that you're one of the finest messengers there is, I don't know what is.
Really? I always thought I still have a long way to go.
Reminds me of when I first came to Rhodes Island. This real pretty high school girl came up to me, asked me to teach her how to be a better messenger. I was real surprised.
That just tells you how amazing Penguin Logistics is. I mean, it was founded by that emperor. I already heard you guys when I was still back at home. I knew right away that you must be a great messenger when I saw you carrying all those packages like it was nothing, so that's why I mustered up the courage to talk to you.
Great messenger? I wish you told Texas or Boss that. Could have gotten me a raise or something.
Thinking back, I just felt like I could never do anything right when I first got here. I'm glad you're here, Croissant.
Huh? I ain't done nothing. Does the time you lost a package and started crying, and I handed you some tissues count?
I wasn't just crying because I lost a package. Dr. Kelsey said I could choose a combat assignment or go to logistics, where I would get some long-term field ops, like other messengers getting treatment on the ship. And I chose combat. Dr. Kelsey agreed with my decision since she thought my abilities could be put to good use in the battlefield after some training. But deep down in my heart, I was still uncertain about a lot of things.
So why you decided to start fighting anyway, Angelina? You don't look like the clobbering type.
Well, I guess it's probably because I want to be just a little more awesome. I don't want to give everyone trouble, and I don't want to always have to hide behind everyone else. I want to become an adult who could stand on her own right away, just like Dr. Kelsey and like odds. I agree that probably made me kind of greedy. I wanted to go to the front lines, but I didn't want to give up my work as a messenger either. I couldn't do anything well back then, and all that training would have left me exhausted each and every day. Then the next day, I'd find Rhodes Island a completely different place than the day before. I didn't even know how to get anywhere when I had to make deliveries. Is that what you're crying your eyes out all of a sudden? Well, yank my tail and call me a Sora. I sure am a dummy for missing that. No, you're not. You were so patient and helped me find my way. You're my hero. Oh? Neat thing about Croissant, she's also a Minos. And her second skill, she eats the enemy by bonking the ground so hard the enemies fly away. Oh, I love that. But if she's able to do that, how scary is Asphasia when she gets down to fighting? That's just how you take care of a rookie. We all gotta start somewhere. And how can you call yourself greedy? Working your fluff off all. 'Cause you wanna get better? That's darn normal if you ask me. Take yours truly, I'm hustling every day just to make myself more money. Yet I'm always trying to learn from you. Huh? What do you mean? Well, you don't ever get hung up on the things that you don't matter. Even when you're working on your Rhodes Island missions, you always have a couple dozen packages with completely different delivery routes, and you always have the day's purchases figured out on top of that. You're like a superstar mentor. Wowee. I shouldn't know that I was that amazing. All I ever do is try my darnest to get her done. And beat up all the bad guys that come my way. Like bam bam bam. Just like that. Bam bam. When you get to whacking, it's like it blows away all worries on my mind. And when you put it like that, it makes a girl blush. And you know, I always thought you were one amazing girl yourself. That's as a Rhodes Island operator as a messenger. And I know I ain't nothing like you. The reason I became a messenger is cause the boss is sincere and honest and got plenty of money. It so happens I'm good at it, and the gals make it a mighty fun place to be. You ain't like me. You're passionate about this line of work, and you actually care about how the senders and recipients feel. Actually, that's exactly the reason I became a messenger. No kidding? Back when I just left home, for the first few days, all I could do was hide in an old neighborhood close by. I didn't go out until nighttime because I was too afraid. It was almost winter, and the wind was humid and chilly, and I was still wearing the skirt I wore on the last day to school. My whole body had gone all numb. I was like an aimless ghost just wandering around. Then a messenger found me, or should I say found him? He was delivering letters right next door. When they got the letters, the recipient smiled at him, and it felt like the smile was for me too. It kind of warmed me up a little. And that's how you became a messenger? The opportunity was right there, so I took it. I had lots to learn, and it was all very difficult, but it was also very fulfilling. After that, I started to believe that your interpersonal relationships are what really make you feel real, alive, existent. Ever since I left all the people that knew me, this Angelina had started to fade away bit by bit. And that sounds horrible. Yeah, looking back, I guess it kinda does. After that, I started giving delivery a shot. To my surprise, each and every time I handed over a package or letter to somebody, the smiles on their faces did truly give me something. It's only during these times that I feel like I've come a little closer to all those emotions I once knew. Oh yeah. The manga was fun. Heck, maybe even more than Mostima when it comes to adventuring, because Angelina really goes all out. Especially now that Mostima is being, followed around by Phi-MD. So I keep delivering. I kept experiencing those emotions between people, and I began to slowly find who I once was, who Angelina used to be. You ain't the only one who's got those feelings, The recipients get all glopped up by your earnestness just the same. Just like Papa just now.
You saw how happy he was to see you again?
Too bad. He said the package wasn't his. I got a grandson working in the cities. He sent me the package of souvenirs. There's some really sweet tangerines. The book you got is probably meant for somebody else. I'm old. My eyes aren't what they used to be. Neil wouldn't send me a book.
Well, he's right. A good grandson wouldn't send his pawpaw things that he couldn't use. Gotta say though, these are some darn sweet tangerines.
Not only did we not do anything, he even shared his souvenirs with us.
Life's little corners are full of surprises. Just on this trip, we got us some tangerines, and we also almost got beat up. Who'd have thunk it?
Well, I didn't expect the same guy who ordered the new moon and lavender velvet scarf and pajama set would turn some dangerous gangster at night. If I'd known, I wouldn't have asked him if he ordered a new moon and lavender catalog outright like an idiot.
That was so funny though. Cracked me right up.
That's right. Everyone could hear you laugh.
Just thinking about that scar-faced guy, how he and them two other fellas looked. If he said just one more word, they might have put us 6 feet under.
I feel kind of bad though. Maybe he really didn't want anyone else to know that he bought that. That was my mistake. Thank goodness you were there to smooth things over.
Much appreciated, boss. We hope you and the lady will be satisfied with your purchase today. Next time, how about a catalog too? Sounds like a salesperson, no?
Yeah, very professional.
Great, gotta get it memorized then. Next time I go on deliveries, maybe I should take this on as a side job. Can't get enough side jobs.
He's probably really fond of that item though. I can't imagine him spending this much on insurance otherwise. I sure hope he'll be able to share his hobbies with everyone someday openly. This might just be the significance we messengers have. It keeps him that much more at ease when it's a stranger that delivers his items. But I betrayed his trust this time. Looks like I gotta work even harder. I get that. And now part 2. A good messenger shares the feelings between people. Ta-da! Ooh! You can be able to buy the full limited unit if you have full copy and have extra copies in that unit. I like the sound of that. That sounds good. But why? Why wouldn't they like that? Then again, I've never maxed out a SSR person yet. So maybe that's why, but I like the sound of that. That was my last delivery stop today.
Oh, a fast food shop, my favorite. Deep fried meat, fries, salt and pepper streams. Yeah, I want them all.
E5 welts, oh my. Huh? The girl isn't here.
Wait, how many orders of fried meat you said? 2, 20? Are you sure you can eat all that? Alright, who am I to complain? 10 with ketchup, 10 with salt, here you go. What about you, girl? What can I get for you?
Smells so good. No, I can't stop for a midnight snack yet. I still have work to do. Sorry, sir, but what happened to the girl who was reading your restaurant this evening?
Oh, her, she left, probably trying to make her way back to the next town over.
She's going overnight?
Yeah, overnight. If she didn't leave right away, she probably wouldn't make it to see her old man for the last time. I think I remember now. You stopped by once in the evening, didn't you? Are you the messenger who delivered the news to Emily?
Yeah, I did. I didn't know what it was about, though.
Emily's studying here by herself. Whenever she has some free time, she helps me out of the shop to make some extra money. Her old man back home never failed to send her a monthly letter, but there's been nothing from him these past 2 months. She was really worried about it, you know. She even came to you messengers and asked if any of you missed his letters.
Boss, we know how to do our jobs. We just don't lose our mail. We don't just lose our mail.
Yeah, Angelina's on the more normal side. But I can see her becoming entangled deep in Sami though, because she likes exploring. So of course Sami's gonna interest her if she gets to go there. She'll be like, ooh, this is different, this is new. Oh, this is fun. And then if she finds a mysterious portal, let's say, haha, even more fun adventures.
Right. I believe you. Emily trusts you too. But with no news from her family, she was really anxious.
No wonder she seemed so happy when she saw me this evening. But then...
What's the thing again? Life is unpredictable and you never know what's coming next. All of us are bound to die one day. Besides, if it wasn't for you delivering her old man's last letter to her, she wouldn't have known to rush home right away. I'm sure she's really grateful. Right, did you need her for something?
Well, never mind. I guess this isn't hers.
Alright, if there's nothing else, you should get something to eat. I'll give you girls a discount.
Burp. Man, did I really eat all that? Darn it, spent all my money for the month again. The sun is coming up soon.
We sure ran all over town just in one night. Really had me starving. Huh? You ain't ate nothing. Still thinking about Emily?
Yeah. Well, maybe that's only part of it. Since I heard her story, I just can't help but keep thinking that maybe there's someone out there waiting for news about me.
Oh right, you haven't been back home in a long time, right?
If just passing through counts, then it hasn't really been that long.
You never thought about when to go back? You should contact your folks once, at least.
I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm ready yet.
Ready for what? Your sickness is nice and stable for now, ain't it? You were saying you'd rather your folks think you're gone than watch you writhe in pain. But what about now?
If they think I've gone missing, they'd probably still hold out hope that I'm doing okay somewhere in the world, even after 5 or 10 years.
But they're worried sick. Besides, we've got all of them doctors and medical. What's 5 or 10 years? You've got a long, bright future ahead of you. Huh? Who's that? I think I saw... No. 1, 2, 3? That's a lot of fluffy tails.
Cute. Oh, it's Angelina and Croissant. Good morning. Oh, hey there, Lisa. Good morning. What are you up to so early? Your wake-up time isn't for a while yet. I wanted to take a look at that.
That? Do you mean that?
Well, it's the notes. I finished it yesterday and I wanted to show it to you right away. But it was getting late. I didn't want Dr. Kelsey to yell at me for not going to bed on time. But I really wanted to let you see it right away.
Is that why you left it in front of the dorm?
Yep. I thought Angelina would be really happy to see it after she came home from work.
My, looky here, Angelina. The package is yours, just like I said.
I love that. It was all Angelina's all along. You know, maybe she should have written something on it for Angelina, you know?
Let's open it up and take a look.
It's... for me? It's wrapped so neatly. And it's my favorite color, pink. The scent, I thought it seemed familiar. It's that fragrance from the medical department the other day. Is there a smell? I made it after I was done with homework. Maybe the smell got in there while I was in there? Oh, it's not bad at all. I really like this aroma too. It makes me feel relaxed. Alright, I'm opening it up. 1, 2, 3. There's a booklet inside. I remember this river and these buildings. Oh, that's my favorite cafe. If you walk east for about 10 minutes, you'll reach a street that I've probably walked hundreds, no, thousands of times. Also, this petal. I think I know the smell. My dad sent me these the petals. Most of the stuff in the beginning, it's photos that Mom's friend sent, and I also drew lots of things from memory too. It still looks kind of ugly though, even though I've been practicing. No, they look pretty. They look so pretty. All of it looks so nice. Angelina? Did I do something wrong? You don't seem happy. Are you sad? No, I'm not sad. I'm just overwhelmed. Ever since I haven't seen any of this while it's still bright out. I thought I left all this somewhere far away long ago. It's so distant. I thought I'd never get there again no matter how fast I ran. Yep, Rose Island is a big, big ship. It's always going somewhere. When I first got here, I'd always ask Bolanek where we were at the time, but I would try to figure out how far we were from Syracuse and Higashi. Sometimes we were close, sometimes we were far away. Then I lost track. But every time I got a letter from Mom or Dad or their friends, I hugged the letter before bed. It makes me feel like I'm there snuggling up to my parents. After a while, I got so many letters that they would overflow the bed if I took them all. So I put some of them in a booklet. That way, I can go to bed hugging the booklet. Yep, you're so cute, Lisa. Huh? Is that real? Is that weird? Nope, what you said actually makes a lot of sense. Doctor told me that not only are our messengers always on the road making deliveries, they need to take care of their Rhodes Island work too. It's a lot of hard work, and I thought it might have been a while since you've been home. The doctor even complimented me on my notebook, said I was amazing. Doctor said you might need to try something this. The doctor said that? Yep, and everyone else too. Not just the people working at Rhodes Island. There was a Syracuse messenger who gave me stuff before. I don't remember what everybody started doing. When everybody started doing it. But whenever they go to Syracuse or Higashi, they would bring back photos or the local specialties there for me.
Hooey, sounds like everybody's a messenger now.
Right? They're just like all our amazing messengers. So I put all those things in my booklet. It's one of my most precious treasures. I think to myself every day that by the time the book is full, I'll be all grown up. I'll be so much more amazing than I am now. It'll be my turn to protect everyone and my mom and dad. Dad won't stay up all night worrying about me, and Mom won't need to keep working herself to death for me anymore. When the day comes, I'll finally get to go home. So after Dr. talked to me about it, I thought I'd make one for you too.
Yeah, the doctor is really rarely in the records. It's kind of fun though. How? Like the one time the doctor's actually brought up tonight. Angelina's one, of course, because Angelina's cool like that. She's friendly like that.
You can't go home for some reason, right?
Yeah.
I promise. I'll give you another one once I get new photos, Angelina. This way, your book will fill up even faster, and you'll get to go home sooner.
Yeah. Thanks. Thanks so much. This is a wonderful present.
Oh, it's my wake-up time now. I can't let Dr. Kelsey and Fallneck find out I've been running around. I need to get back home. See Angelina, croissant.
Darn. I wish I put money on that. What I tell ya, you're such a cutie. You're bound to get a bunch of cute presents.
Yeah.
I never even noticed. I guess I've long become a part of Rhodes Island, and there are people here who care about me. I'm no longer the girl went gone missing. Yawn. I'm getting tired. Did you say something just now, Angelina? I didn't hear.
Nothing. I was just saying that I really like Lisa's present.
Just like I said, ain't it? The night's full of surprises. Wonder if I should go back for a nap now. Maybe some chow instead? Yeah, I guess I'll grab a bite to eat. What about you? You didn't sleep the whole night. This is gonna ruin that beauty plan of yours.
I'll take a break and then head to training after a while. I got classes in the afternoon too. Maybe I have work to keep up with. I may have work to keep up with, but I can't fall behind with my studies either.
Huh? No kidding? You're training workaholic or something?
I'm not. Will I get to go home when the book is all filled up? Am I ready for that? How long has this letter been on my desk? A few months? Half a year? Dear Mom and Dad, everything is going well over here. I have a really good job and I'm keeping up with my studies. Yes, I got oropathy, but you don't need to worry. It happened that day on my way to school. I was in a rush to make it to club. I told Dad I didn't need a ride. If I were just a little more careful, maybe I wouldn't have bumped into that car fresh back from the wilds. None of this is Dad's fault. I'll keep the letter in this page. I'll be ready one day. And I know Mom and Dad will be ready too. When I'm finally home with this letter, I'll take you to the place in the photo myself. Yeah, the third house in the street from the east. I'll draw a heart there. A heart here. That day is going to be here soon. I know it. Oh, I feel bad for our parents too. Oh, Dad must feel horrible. It's like, oh, it's my fault my daughter's missing. Ah, I should have taken her to school, to her club. Ah. Just oof. Purely ouch. Kelsey's one was really sweet and oof, but at the same time, you know, overall, the one that intrigued me, surprised me the most was Magalan. She was so strict with asbestos, especially. I did not expect that side of her. Because she just seemed so nice and... Well, she's always been, of course, very responsible. But... I don't know why, I kind of like that. I really like that, the way she treated asbestos. Like, you do not do that. Don't you dare untie that rope. Shut up and listen to me. I'm like, oh dang, Magalan. Oh my, oh my. A thought regarding seeing Kelsey? So man, I wonder how it's gonna be for the integrated strategy stuff tomorrow. Oh my. Oh, in regards to integrated strategies and Mia. Yeah, that could be the Mia that Kelsey did not raise. Our Mia's a good girl. Other Mia, who knows? Some fear. But it'll be fine when we learn about her. Totally fine. There's no worries. Yeah, no worries whatsoever. Totally not terrifying at all. Then it's gonna be interesting going to the thingy. Oopsies. Like, don't mind me just scrolling there. Not gonna click it yet, but gotta practice going to the thingy. I forget how to get there, you know? I'll do that later. Just go back out there. Yeah, right here. And then this one. Yeah, right here. Oh, beautiful. I'll just get a little screenshot prepared for a thumbnail for tomorrow. Oh yeah, it's gonna be fun seeing all the music and choosing for each record and stuff. Hehehe. I'll be prepared for tomorrow, for sure. It was good learning about stuff for tonight. So then we can start the Expeditioners Jokla Markar. Woohoo! I can look a little bit. Wait, wrong area. It's over here? Oops. Just slowly exploring this little thingy. Man, you can tell I haven't touched this thingy for not being able to find anything. Okay, so it is in the hall. Oh man, exploring this area is just like so different. Oh, I see now. Yeah, the beats. Okay, exploration type song. For the Silver Frost Frontier, then there's the Infi Icefields. More serene sounding. Need a support unit? I've been mainly taking the same people over and over. Calm and slightly lonely for this one. Then the great beyond. Okay, just starting off ominous is one due for the great beyond, I guess. Okay, Great Beyond could be fun for one of the spookier ones. Then there's a return to wilderness. Maybe this one was more ominous. What kind of wilderness do we return to? Okay, now it's less creepy, it's more solemn if anything. Just based on the music, oh no! It might be even sadder than the Mizuki one. At least the Mizuki one had some cute moments. And now the hunt. Yeah, Mizuki one did have some hope. This one... I don't even know at this point. Okay, Hunt is definitely trying to like track something down. Got the vibe of this one, so evoke now. What kind of feelings are we evoking? It's starting off, of course, ominous like usual, I guess, for like the other ones, for the most part. I feel like we're evoking or summoning a boss of some sort. Ooh. Yeah, doing 2 of the Sami stuff tomorrow, and then also more Sami another day too. It's gonna be a Sami weekend. And now for some destruction. It's based on the name Destruction. Uh-oh. I guess this might be everything they destroyed. The aftermath of the destruction itself. Okay. And of course it's after evoking. We summoned a boss and now it's just destruction. Yeah. At least the next song sounds like a happier title. Fair trade. But what is fair trade? Oh, there's a familiar face. Completely different vibe. Of course. You know, this is fine. All this ominous music, and then there's just our shop dude. And now time memorial, you know? Oh, this one's fun. This feels like the type of thing you listen to while going on an epic quest. Yeah, this is the Wonder one, the Time Immemorial. And then after it's Andarsar. You know, let's see what Andarsar is. And now back to more a little bit more ominous. Like, oh no, what did we wander into just now? Is this boss music I hear? Like, oh no, what's approaching us? Yep, it's boss music. Like, it's totally fine. So it's fine. Nah, I don't think there's like super spoiler. If anything, it just sets the mood based on the song titles and sounds. And now for Dimensional Escape sound. I thought it was gonna be like a happy Dimensional Escape, but... You know, this is... The other one I said was boss music. Nah, this is the boss music. Well... Okay, Andarsar is the lead up to the boss. This is the true boss. Or maybe the boss will be Sovereign, because you know Sovereign, that's the title, so let's go for Sovereign. Ooh. Oh no, you get polluted, you get a mini black hole replacing your face? Ew. I do not like the sound of that. Nasty. Sovereign is surprisingly more mysterious sounding than I thought it would be. And you can spread the corruption by touch. Ew. Truly just ew. So dang. Just based on all the stuff, I wonder how it's gonna be tomorrow going through this. Oh, it's gonna be an experience for sure. There's been so many AMVs. I'll have to look at the same AMV again. But yay. I think I'm more or less prepared for tomorrow. Got this. We'll keep the account logged in so then that way it'll all be good. Oh, one more cool thing. Just knowing about them can corrupt you. Ew. Oh. Bojokusti actually fought a lot of the collapsos during his prime time? Dang. The total badass. He's too cool. He truly is the coolest. GG. So it'll be fun learning more then. And we can now know why. Ooh. Enmin has him in his assimilated world. Lisa Doctor. Ah, yes. Yeah, I'm glad we didn't fight him in his prime, or else that would have been truly destruction. So I'm happy about that. You know, we're fine with this. This is all good. All is fine in the world. So woohoo! I'll keep that as is for now, though. Gonna go eat some cake and take a shower. So with that being said, thank you for stopping by the stream. I hope everyone has a great rest day and epic gacha luck. I'm excited for this tomorrow, so see you guys then. Bye bye!